insulation.
Insulation.
Like a big honey bun. Hey guys, welcome back. If you've been joining us all along for our van build journey, if you're new to the channel, this is Wilder Jess Van Adventure Vlog Build, all the above extravaganza. And we want to thank you for joining and viewing, and hope our videos are informational as well as entertaining. Yeah, there we go. Maximum Entertainment Productions. Yes sir. We're doing a little novice van build editing, filming, video process along the way. Hope you enjoy it. It's definitely a good ride for all of us, a learning experience. We got here our 2020 Ford Transit dual sliding door all-wheel drive. It's kind of a unique situation in terms of the van world with dual sliding doors, and it definitely is making the build a little more interesting. Granted, we haven't quite got to that part, but just part of planning and preparing, you know, having to consider different methods and when you don't have a solid wall to work with. But again, we ain't quite got that far in the build. You can see we got the vinyl plank floor in. It went in pretty good. It was very, you know, wouldn't say it was easy, but I mean, it wasn't hard. It clicked together. What we got here today is the insulation. There are countless methods, options, and choices for someone that's going to insulate their van. We have organic sources of insulation all the way to man-made fibers such as the 3M synthetic insulation, you know, all the way from wool to, you know, cork. There, the spraying foam. I mean, you can go down the rabbit hole of insulation as far as you want to go. We chose the 3M insulation. It is a little more pricey than some of the others. Hopefully, this is the 40 by 60 inch roll. Kind of recommend, as far as what I've read, you know, people end up using about 50 foot. If you want to know how many feet of thinsulate insulation you're going to need to do your van, you might as well go ahead and get 50 feet. We tried to skimp and get the 40, and the 40 didn't have enough for it. It was a little too shorty. But we'll see if the 40 foot will be sufficient with not having that wall there. I don't know. We need to order some more. We can. We got 3M 90 contact adhesive. The 3M 90 is in short supply wherever you go. So I opted for the DAP Weldwood. I mean, you might as well just get you some good spit and lube it and spit it and lay on there, because it ain't much no different. I mean, stuff don't stick worth a flip. A word of caution there, the DAP Weldwood contact cement, about good as the freaking tits on a boar hog. It's supposed to be some super deal stuff here. I've never used it before, but we got us a respirator and all, and definitely got some warnings and danger. Extremely flammable liquid and vapor. Vapors can cause flash fire under contents under pressure. Ooh, me too. Nonetheless, that's what it recommends. We got this stuff off of Amazon. We'll just go through the description here real quick. It's 3M SM600L sound thermal insulation engineered for vehicles. 60 inches wide scrim on one side. One linear foot is 5 square feet. Material comes compressed from 3M. The material will expand to 1 inch and 3/4 or 44 millimeters. The insulate is FMVSS 302 certified. Federal Motor Vehicle Safety Standard. Delivers more acoustic absorption per unit weight versus competitive products. Helps consumers meet mass reduction goals. Non-woven sound absorption fibers create a quieter vehicle environment. Hydrophobic fibers. We got hydrophobic fibers. So, essentially big words for it don't like water. So me neither in terms of keeping it out of this van. So got a lot of positive attributes to it. You know, everything's got its negatives. I mean, as far as what I understand, the biggest negative to this is the price. This was $357.72, which is what it is right now. I'm not sure if that's exactly what we pay, but it sounds about right. Again, stay tuned. Thanks for watching the shenanigans, and maybe you learned something along the way. Wilder Jess Adventures. But I would say, you know, you definitely want some good scissors. We are dealing with the infamous foam pieces that block the side curtain airbag that's right here. This thing is a no-no as far as altering, as far as I'm aware of. An airbag can be very dangerous. Apparently though, this thing is pretty easy to remove. I've already kind of popped it off a little bit. You just got these little body trim tabs that essentially just squeeze into the hole. But we want to get this down to get up here into this internal body panel and get some more insulation down in here. Let this down and then put it back up. Then we'll put these back up, you know, and cover them with some, try to get some matching carpet or something the same color. But here we go, pop this thing off. The needle nose, put it in there where it comes. Here. There we go. Wasn't too bad. You see the airbag. Quick shot of the airbag. Okay, you got it to pull down a little bit. They pretty much just pop off. Still pretty fragile, but now we can get some insulation stuff down in here. Okay, taking out the front headliner here to, well, not taking it out, but just getting enough room to stuff in some insulation. I found that there's 2 screws here, that one and up in there, that loosen and take out. It's a little 7mm socket, stick on there, and it gives you a little more room. Still a little fragile, but at least you got a little more wiggle room. Stuff some down in there. As you can see, now you got a little more give over here on the sides. Don't come down too much more, but a little bit better. I think this piece is going to fit up in there nicely. Well, I think it went in pretty good. That piece fit pretty good. I hate I didn't measure it so I could know the dimensions to tell y'all, because it'd be handy to know. I pretty much just looked at it and guessed. Well, take that back. It was a piece that was a result of cutting this one that was left over. So if you cut this piece to go in up here in the front, the remainder will go up in there and under the headliner. So it was 40 by 60. You can see we got this here old door panel. They're taunting on there so enough. Alright. These here plugs that go in the hole are formidable opponents. They will not win, though. I prevail. Yes. Good thing we got these here nice speakers in the door. Got these 0x0s. Well, here's what we got left of the 40-foot roll. It was the 60-inch wide 40-foot roll. I definitely thought we were gonna be able to get it covered. Technically, we could probably make it work. I'd rather get it in there and be satisfied with the job. So we got the total ceiling covered, except a couple of those internal runners. Need to stuff those. We got most of that one stuffed, but we hadn't stuffed this one. It's a big open cavity, and as well as down this side, and then up there in the front, there's a couple little spots that can stuff. We got both internal pockets stuffed along the wheel wells, as well as the two back doors, in which we got the passenger door up there pretty much stuffed. But again, we could definitely get a little bit more in it, so went ahead and ordered that extra 10 feet that, you know, everybody recommended, and what I read that you needed the 50. So I mean, you could scrounge and do it with just 40 foot on a budget, which, not to say we ain't scrounging, not to say we ain't on no budget neither. It's definitely budget friendly around here, but I'd rather do it right and be satisfied with what I did and rather have to worry about and come back. But it goes in pretty good. I mean, you want it to be ventilated when you spray it. That 3M90 spray adhesive, it's a little toxic. If you ever played with that bubble stuff as a kid where you stuck the plastic on the end of the little straw and then blew it up and made this plastic bubble, it kind of smells like that times 10. So get you some of them CFCs in there melting a few brain molecules. Definitely happy with the job. We got, you know, again, a few more spots to hit. Be able to continue with some of the build process, waiting on the rest of it. Fans are doing well. We had a massive rainstorm over the weekend. Nothing's leaking so far. Knock on my step here. But also with the insulation, I mean, you can definitely 100% tell the difference with the sound deadening. You close the doors and walk in and it's like you're in a cave now. There's zero, well, I wouldn't say a cave, but it's like you're in a recording booth. There's zero echo. The sound dies. You tap on the wall outside the van and it's a thud now. So excited about that. Definitely excited to drive it to see what the sound difference sounds like too. Stay tuned for the rest of the build journey and adventure. Appreciate you guys tuning in and watching along. Hope I can give you some insight, details, knowledge, and learn some of my mistakes. Thanks again. Will here, Wilder Jess Adventures. Adios. Recommends you use a respirator. I got this here hot rod mask where we can go out here and work around some chemicals, son. Yes sir, you about can't bear breathing this thing. COVID constricted.